guys, it's Sarah and I am here with a sketch layout for this week's Victoria Marie Facebook group. This is a sketch I'm going to be using, which is by Laura Whitaker. And I have it printed out here, so I'm going to be using that on my desk while I am working. And I'm going to be doing this picture of Kaylin, who is asleep in her bed, and it is going to be the blanket that is covering her is what I'm going to be documenting today. So what I really liked about this sketch is I really like all the layers that are very centered in one area, and I like the round doily that's on it. I have not met a doily I haven't liked so far. If you guys haven't noticed, I've been really into them lately, so I've been using them a lot. And I really liked it a lot, so that's why I went ahead and chose it. And I am cutting down some stuff here. I cut my picture down to a 4x4 and I mounted it on that pink cardstock and cut it out from the center because that pink cardstock is also going to be my background paper. So the kit that I'm using today is I am using the Studio Calico Antiquary. I don't know how to say that, guys. This is from October of 2013, so this is a very, very old kit. It is not available anymore, but I have my Studio Calico kits that I have been trying to work my way through. And I went ahead and picked this one out because the colors went really well with the colors that are in her blanket. And yeah, so this is my first layout using this kit. I've decided not to do like picture selections for my Studio Calico kits just because you can't buy these kits anymore. So I don't know if it would be beneficial for anyone to see my process into the pictures I'm choosing just because you can't, I don't know. I hope I'm making sense, but you know, since they're no longer available, I felt like it maybe wasn't a big priority to do the picture selections. And also some of the kits that I have, I've actually combined together. So they're not even like the real kits. They're the kits plus some other stuff, maybe plus another full kit. I hope I'm making sense. I'm making total sense to myself, but yeah, if you need any clarification, ask me questions in the comments and I will try to answer them. But that's kind of my thoughts on those. Okay, so what I'm doing here, the yellow and white stripe paper there is from Amy Tangerine from her cut and paste line. The scallop paper that I cut into a banner, which goes along with the sketch, is from Studio Calico Print Shop. And then the gray floral is also from Studio Calico. So those are my 3 pattern papers I'm using. And I'm going through these Project Life cards that I have sitting on my desk. And I am trying to put some of these to use. I have this little 4x6 container of Project Life cards that I pulled out from my kits, the Project Life kits I have, and I just kind of picked some that could go on kind of anything, and they'd be great layering pieces. So I'm going through those to see if there's anything I can use on here, and I do find quite a few. So I'm happy about that. So I have that one right there, which is a cutout. I believe that's from We Are Memory Keepers. I don't have the original packaging anymore, but they're all cutouts, as you can see. So I'm going to use a few of those. And then I have that really large 4x6 pink one that says hello, and that's where I'm going to do my journaling. That is from Heidi Swap. And then I have the white card that has the gold foil hearts, and that's from Heidi Swap as well. So those are going to be kind of some of my layers. I also have this little chipboard here piece that says make, and that came in the kit, the Studio Calico kit. And then the outside of the frame, I took them apart, and I'm going to use the outside of the frame behind my picture there, which is actually what is on the sketch as well. So I'm staying pretty true to that part of it. Okay, so I like all these layers. It did turn out a little bit bigger than what is in the sketch, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. So yeah, I still like the way that it looks. And I am going to use some Distress ink to ink up most of the edges of these. And I am using the color Victorian Velvet. It's kind of like a nice, it's a pink, but it's more of like a purple tone pink, if that makes any sense. A mauve, maybe. I guess that's probably what I would call it. And I definitely wanted to use the scallop paper here because the blanket in the picture that I'm talking about is a blanket that my mother crocheted for Caitlin for her birthday, and there's a lot of scallop patterns in it. It's hard to see here, but in the close-ups, I'll have a big close-up of the picture so you can kind of see what the blanket looks like. But there's quite a bit of scallopy patterns in the blanket, so it went really, really nicely. And the colors go nicely as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my stuff stuck down here. I'm still using my little tape runner. I don't have any more ATG refills. I thought I did, but I didn't, and I ran out, so I have to go to Hobby Lobby here this week and go get some more. So I keep reaching for my ATG, but it's empty. So and I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff stuck down here and kind of putting it back where it was. And I'm just making sure I have everything in the right spots. I don't want to put anything too high or too low. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start getting everything stuck down. I start with the doily and then the larger pieces and all of that. So like I said, I really like all the layers and just the way everything ends up looking. Been really into doing lots of very condensed layers. Condensed is a good word, I guess. You know, lots of layers, one on top of the other in one area. I've been really enjoying that lately. So that blue outline frame there is what went around the little make chipboard piece. So I just separated them and used them on 2 different spots. And I'm going to go ahead and put my picture up on some foam tape because I do have that taller frame there that it makes it a little bit bulky. So I have that there. Kind of trying to layer them just a little bit, kind of tuck it under. And I have this little make. And I wanted to use that on here because my mother made the blanket for her. So it seemed to be perfect. Okay, so now I have my kit out and I'm trying to see what else I want to use. I have this little owl here that is, I think it's a resin maybe, very thick. And then I have a couple of wood veneers. The one on top says love this, and then the one that I put on top of that chipboard sheet, I think it's supposed to say wow, but when you turn it upside down it says mom. So I'm going to use it that way. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to say wow, but my mom made this for her, so it's like I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Don't mind me. And now I'm using these Heidi Swap alphabets to spell out my title, and it's going to be my own Blankie. And those are mistable type. You can color them if you want to. I'm just going to leave them white because I think it's going to stand out a little bit better on the layout, so I'm not going to bother coloring those in, but it is an option. I'll probably do it later on. Okay, and then I have this ribbon here that came in the kit, so I'm just going to use that to kind of help ground my title. So I'm going to cut off a piece, and I think about using my tiny attacher, but it's not going to go as far as I need it to right here. So I'm like, okay, well, screw that. So I'll just use my tape runner. It's fine. And of course it starts folding in on itself and getting stuck. Of course it does. But it's okay. Nothing rips or tears. So I'm just going to put it right here and cut it down a tiny bit. And then use that as kind of the grounding place for my title. So I'm going to go ahead and get these things stuck down here. So I'm using some glue dots for this owl. And I liked the owl on here because Kaylin is sleeping, and owls kind of, for some reason, remind me of bedtime and sleeping and all that. I have trouble with some of those glue dots. I don't know what happened, but the sheet wouldn't come off. I don't know what it was. It was weird. Okay, so I put that there, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my quick dry adhesive to put down my title up here and my wood veneer as well. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to say wow, but I turned it upside down and it says mom. So it goes because my mother made the blanket. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get all of my title down here. And then I think after that I'm going to work on my journaling. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and work on my journaling. So on the card it says 2 right there, so I put Kaylin and then the year. And then I am just writing about how Kaylin has been wanting her own blanket. She has a comforter on her bed, but my younger daughter Layla has a blanket that she sleeps with every night. And it's separate from her comforter. I've actually done a layout about that, about her blanket as well, because it's kind of her favorite thing. She's slept with it ever since we brought her home. So Kaylin has been wanting a blanket of her own as well. And so it was perfect timing because my mom was already making her one when she had started talking about it. So I told her just to be patient and she'll get one, and then she did. So she was really happy to receive that blanket, and she sleeps with it every night now. Okay, so I have these gold rub-ons from Studio Calico that came in the kit as well, so I'm going to use some of these. And there's one up on the top here. It's a phrase, and it says, "You are my moon and my stars." And I'm going to use that down here underneath the picture. It blends in here from what you can tell, but you can see it much better in person. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. And I was kind of saying a little prayer as I put this down because these are very old rub-ons. And sometimes when the rub-ons are older, they don't always rub off very well, but these came off nicely. So I'm going to do a couple clusters here of stars as well. So one up there. I'm going to do one over here on top of the doily. And then I'll do another one underneath the picture. And I think I'm only going to do 2 stars down there. I go for the smaller ones. Oh, I do 3. Just kidding. Haha. And that's it, guys. That's going to complete my layout. So I'm going to show you some close-ups here. I'll have another photo of the sketch, and if you guys want to join us over on the Victoria Marie Facebook group, go ahead and join us over there. A whole bunch of us will be working with this sketch this week. We'd love to see your take on it. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.